Okay, that's perfect.
There we go.
Have to get a coat or something or
Yes,
paint it.
it is. But well, yeah, but you in your message you said you got your blood work done and the results were really good.
Yeah, so like my platelets are good, my liver and kidney functions are good, my white and red blood cell counts are good. So oh, hopefully the cancer's going away.
Right. So and we we did talk, it was a few months ago, but do you mind kind of rehashing? I can't remember if it's kind of more than one type
No,
or
I just
just
I have stage 4 melanoma.
I was
Um
that's what I remembered. Okay. We can
yeah,
yeah, because I also have it. I just had a big lump cut on my back in February.
oh, did they get
I
good clear margins and stuff?
yes, I was stage 2A. I was the
Okay.
stage if I would have been 2B, then they would have recommended like I think chemo and or radiation, but I was
Yeah.
at the level where they cut it out, they took some lymph nodes, but that's it. So,
Oh, good.
but yeah, I
Good.
couldn't remember that's kind of how it started, but obviously it has spread.
So I have the only way that I knew that I had it was in my lymph nodes, in my armpit, and I was putting deodorant on, and I'm like, wow, what's that? And it wasn't a little one, like just a normal little lymph node. When I would lift my armpit to put it on, it was like, I swear I could cup it like a lemon.
So you
Or
noticed it the first time because of a bump, or was it also
it was not painful.
okay? Just a
Yeah, it was just there, and I was like, huh, what is that? And then it was the holidays, so I was just like, well, we had a trip planned for the family, so it didn't bother me, and I was like, I'm just gonna wait till afterwards because I didn't even think it was anything. But for a few months before that, I just was like sick every couple weeks, like catching whatever was around. I just was like, why can I not catch a break? And so makes sense now. My immune system was trying to fight the cancer, and I was sick because of it.
yeah, so
Catching
we did
everything.
that video call a few months ago. I don't remember everything, but since we're actually recording now, do you mind kind of telling the story a little bit? Because like, how long
Yeah.
ago was it that you first found that lump?
So that was December of 2021.
Okay,
And then so that was December 2021. And then we went on our little family trip to Idaho. And why so a couple weeks later. And while we were there on vacation, I just like I couldn't even keep my arm down anymore. It was like uncomfortable. And then when I
okay.
go to sleep, I couldn't keep my arm down. I had to sleep with a pillow under my arm. And I
Oh,
was like,
okay.
I go, okay, it's getting sore now. And so yeah, I couldn't even like just sit and keep my arm down.
Yeah.
So I talked to my daughter-in-law. She's a occupational therapist. And I was like, what do you think this is? And she goes, I think it's a lymph node or something. And I'm like, yeah. And she goes, you should get that checked. So got home and called the doctors, and I went in, and he's like, yeah, I think we should have that biopsied and do like an ultrasound on it. And I'm like, okay, no big deal. Of course, I'm like, my mom, I lost my mom 31 years ago from cancer. We're not really sure what kind of cancer she had because it was all like in her lymph nodes everywhere
Okay.
when we found it.
Okay.
And she died like 3 months later, super fast, super aggressive. Um, but this was 31 years ago, so things have definitely, medical has gone far. So
Yeah.
anyway, so I went and got the biopsy, or did the ultrasound, and the ultrasound tech goes, "I'm going to go get the doctor." I'm like, "Okay,
That's not
this must
good.
not be good." Yeah.
Yeah.
So the doctor came in, and he kind of did the ultrasound a little bit, and he goes, "Do you mind if I biopsy this?" And I'm like, "No, please do." So he biopsied it, and got the results back. And so they drained it, and they drained a ton out of it. And then it didn't hurt anymore. I was like, okay, this is good. And then we ended up, by that Friday when I went in to the doctors to get the results back, it was already big again. So it
Wow.
was definitely, yeah, it was, I couldn't keep my arm down anymore. So just in 7 days. And
Is that
so,
just an inflammation because your body is like trying to heal it? What was actually causing it to get bigger?
I never really asked. I'm just assuming because I'm assuming that it was because my lymph nodes were trying to process this because that's what your lymph system does is filters your blood and any diseases or illnesses.
Oh, okay.
That's
Yeah.
so when you get sick and your lymph nodes swell, that's
Yes.
because it's trying to heal you and take
Yes.
care of anything
Okay.
foreign. So I'm not sure exactly where the fluid was coming from or what but it was because the cancer was in my lymph nodes. And so when the pathology report came back with all everything that was in it, it was there's different types of melanomas and there's
Yeah.
different stages obviously, and a lot of people think melanoma is like a skin cancer and
I was
like,
just
oh,
gonna ask, you didn't find a bump on your skin or a growth. This was just you noticed it because your lymph node was swelling. O-
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so so when we went in, the doctor is like, okay, so you have melanoma, um, and the cells came back as an aggressive melanoma. And he's like, so let's, I want to check your body and see if we can find a primary. And because it was under this armpit, those ones usually filter anything like kind of here, shoulder, this arm, or like
Yes.
breast cancer, something in this area.
Yes. And then one in your groin is usually lower on your body, kind of a thing, is where it
Right.
drains.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I did check my body, didn't see anything. And in that week that I was waiting, he'd already called an oncologist in Coeur d'Alene, Idaho, Dr. Bartels, who actually is on the research program for melanoma. And
Wow, that's
so,
amazing.
yeah,
Cool.
yeah. So he was like, I'm going to send you here because he knows what he's doing and dealing with. It's called Beacon Cancer Care. And so it's his own facility.
Okay.
Dr. Bartels opened it.
I
And
remember that name. You talked about him on our last video call. Yeah.
he is amazing. I recommend anybody to drive here,
Yeah.
fly, whatever. So, my husband's trying to call me. I'm like, so anyway, so I had that, and he already had like a dermatologist appointment set up for me.
Because I'm assuming they wanted to do a thorough like look at all of your skin to see if there was something that
Yes.
started it.
Yeah. So I went to the dermatologist and I went to the oncologist.
Mm-hmm.
And the oncologist actually, I saw him first, and he's like, there's normally like a protocol, and they do so chemo and radiation would work on melanoma, like if it's in your lymph nodes or you have a tumor, and it can help shrink it, but it won't
Yeah.
take it away, right? And chemo does not work on melanoma.
Really? Okay, then I didn't know that. So I guess
Yeah.
I guess
So it's called,
my only option would have been radiation if they thought
well,
I needed it, but okay.
they also have, it's called immunotherapy,
Yeah.
and that's what I'm on, and that's what they're doing for melanoma and a ton of cancers now, and blood diseases, and just so much stuff because it's your immune system is what heals your body.
Yes.
So I did. So anyway, I went and saw him, and one thing I loved about him was he was very personal, like the kind of doctor that rolls up to his knees to your knees kind of thing, very compassionate. And he mentioned that there was a couple different things that we could do, but he was going to give me recommendations and then have me choose, because he said, this is your journey, not mine. And I am just going to let you choose what you'd like to do because this is your life, not mine. But
Right.
he wanted it to be quality, not quantity. And was very concerned because melanoma. So a lot of people, when they have skin cancers or whatever, they're like, oh, it's just on your skin. You can take it off and, clear margins and it'd be fine. And I don't think they think that it's as aggressive as it really is. And so melanoma can be, it likes to change the way that it looks. So if like your cells look a certain way, within 6 weeks, it can say, I'm going to look different now. So the immune system can't fight me.
Okay. Yeah,
So,
that makes sense.
yeah. So with immunotherapy, it goes in. So the first treatments I had was like a duo combination. So it was Yervoy is the name of it. And so Yervoy would go in and basically put a flag saying cancer's here, cancer's here, cancer's here. This is, what we don't want in your body. And then I had Opdivo, which was like the combination part of it. And it would go in, find those white flags, and then say, oh, this is what it looks like, and this is what we're going to fight. And so unlike chemo that goes in and fights everything.
The good and the bad. Yeah.
The good and the bad.
It kills good and bad cells. Yes.
And immunotherapy is not supposed to, but sometimes it let's say you're compromised somewhere. Your body's like, oh, we're going to put a white flag here because you have an, underlining case of whatever. And you might not even know that you have it, right? Because you feel fine. Yeah. And then it goes, oh, she's kind of weak here too. And so we're going to fight this too. And then it ends up destroying it, right? And so the treatments that I started, there was a set of 4, and they were supposed to be 3 weeks apart. And the first one I had, by the second week, I started having like a rash and just typical side effects. But he was surprised that I had it within the second week. He was like, usually people start maybe third week. And so he's like, let's wait 4 weeks. He goes, it's not something that goes in and then it expires. It stays in you. It teaches your immune system to be a certain way. So it becomes part of you. So then, so we waited 4 weeks, and then I went in again and had another treatment. And then by end of week 1, I was starting to have all these side effects again, digestive issues, the rash and vomiting and all the things. So I had to be on steroids to kind of calm that down. Because if you don't calm it down, it takes over, and then you have like autoimmune diseases.
Okay.
So, but most people don't have these problems. But there are quite a few that do. And so I had joined some support groups on Facebook just to, see what other people are dealing with. And again, everybody's story is different, but you can kind of compare. So, I was noticing other people were kind of having struggles with this combination too. And then, so I was super sick, kind of calmed down. We had waited 4 weeks, and then I went to go in for the third treatment, and he's like, I'm going to talk to your insurance, and I want to give you half the treatment. And then if you do okay with half the treatment, I'll give you the other half of treatment in a couple weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks, whatever. Well, insurance denied it and said all or nothing, because that was protocol. And he really wanted to try to give me half anyway. But then he was like, if something happened to me and my chart would say I had the full, but I didn't have the full, he could get in trouble, malpractice.
Yeah.
So I'm like, well, I don't want you to do that, but I want this gone. And so I chose to do it. And in 2 days, I was in the emergency room, super, super sick.
Wow.
And it got worse and worse. And so for about a month, I was in and out of the emergency room. It was horrible.
So are we we're moving into 2022 at this point, I'm assuming?
Yeah. So I started treatment. So I noticed the lymph nodes in December 21, diagnosed by the time I got in, and then I got the results, and then I saw the oncologist and dermatologist. I am now at the beginning of February.
Okay.
So we moved pretty fast, and we had to, because he was like, again, it likes to change the way it looks and it's in your lymph nodes. So where's it going? Where's it headed? So now we're in March, and I am just like on my face. I can't even like get my head up off the pillow anymore, and I can't eat anything. I was just on fire. My thyroid I was hypo and hyper, so they couldn't give me medication because it was just they were called it a thyroid storm. So I was all over the chart. So they couldn't give me something to cancel out because the next day I would be sick again because now they're trying to take away something that I am now, or I'm not now, or whatever.
Yeah.
So, and then my adrenal glands were all messed up. My hormone levels were all over the chart. And then so anyway, it was a hot mess. Everything was a mess. And then I ended up getting gastroparesis, so I wasn't digesting. And so I'd either be constipated or not.
Mhm.
And like it was horrible.
Yeah.
I don't recommend it to anybody. I felt like I had a really, really, really bad stomach flu or COVID. Like I was so sick.
Okay.
I mean, like my husband had to shower me, and then my daughter would like go in the bathroom and dry me off and dress me. It was
Right.
it was a hot mess.
Yeah.
I thought I was dying. So I told my doctor, I'm like, I don't want to do the fourth treatment because on those support groups, people were dying.
Oh,
They weren't
geez.
making it. They weren't making it even to the fourth one, or they would get the fourth one and it would just shut them down.
Okay.
And so I'm like, yeah, not going there. So he let me rest for about 8 weeks so I could get back on my feet and
Mhm.
become kind of normal. I mean, I literally wasn't even walking without having to hold on to things. And so I finally was feeling better, and he's like, okay, well, now that your numbers are back to better, not best, but better. He's like, I really think that we need to start the treatment again. Like not the harsh one, the duo, but just Opdivo alone, the one that recognizes it attacks the cancer, helps your immune system.
Okay.
And I'm like, and it's not supposed to be pretty rough on you by itself. So it just kind of keeps reminding your immune system, this is what you need to be looking for. This is what you need to be looking for.
You don't have to be quiet, Michelle. Say hi to
Yeah,
to
no.
Mary. This is Michelle.
No, please.
She is sweetheart. She's letting me use her patio for this. So
Nice.
Guys, enjoy.
yes,
Out here.
it is getting chilly. Sorry, go ahead.
No, that's okay. So I started the maintenance program is what they called it. And I was pretty nervous, but I did it. Oh, in the meantime, I had a MRI or no, a CT scan, and my lymph nodes lit up a little bit, but it was like, he thought that it probably wasn't in there anymore. It was just more like some lymph nodes can light up even they don't have cancer, but because they're maybe compromised because they
Yes,
were,
so you can
they
get
were
some false positives.
yeah. So he thought this is, probably because these were the fighters, that they're probably always going to light up a little bit.
Okay.
He goes, but I'm not sure. He goes, we don't know. We could do another biopsy.
You don't have to be quiet, April. It's fine.
Yeah, I don't even hear her. So they anyway, so we did that, and so I did the CT scan that showed that nothing was there anymore. He wasn't concerned. He's like, I think you're in remission. He goes, so as much as we put you through everything, it's worth it. And I'm still sick a lot, and I don't know why. And he couldn't figure out why, but I just was like having a lot of just internal issues and stuff. But we did the maintenance treatment, and I had another scan 3 months later. Everything was fine. He wanted me to stay on the maintenance program for a year and a half, like a 2-year process.
Yeah.
And everything was fine. And then I stopped the treatment, and then I had a scan 3 months later, and the cancer was back.
So what year are we talking about now?
So we are the beginning of 23.
Okay.
right? No, what are we? End of 20, where are we at? 21, 22. So beginning of 23, yes.
Okay.
So it was like, yeah, because it was 2 years. So 21,
But
right?
that's when they did a scan and like it came back.
Yeah. So everything in my armpit area lit up again. And so he's like, let's get you back on the maintenance program. So I did the maintenance program. And then 3 months later, I had a scan and they were gone. And I'm like, all right. So then um, I stayed on the maintenance program for another 3 months. And then I got off the maintenance program because he's like, I want you to like respond to it if we need it again. I'm like, okay. So we did that. And then 6 months later goes by. So I've had a scan, everything's good. Then I had a scan and it wasn't good. So now we're at the end of 23, going to into 24. And it came back again, but this time it was so my armpits, a couple of those lit up again, but he was like, I don't know if that's cancer or not. But I had new behind my sinuses and down my neck. So he sent me to a ENT to check out my behind my sinuses so they can take a camera and go in there. And I'm not kidding. This camera thing is like 18 inches long, I swear. And he's like, so the ENT like says, I'm going to put this in there and we're going to go way up in there and down. And he goes, so when I do this, you need to go, oh, right. My son was with me because my kids like to take turns to be with me and support me. And my son was sitting there behind the doctor and he's like, oh, he's like, because the thing just kept going in and in and in and in and in. So he did find, could see the lymph nodes that were swollen and stuff back in there. And he's like, yeah, you definitely have something going on in there. But he didn't want to biopsy them because he was afraid that if he went in and irritated them, that they might get mad. So he's like, let's just, so he sent the report back to my oncologist. My oncologist says, you know what, let's go back on the maintenance program. So I went back on the maintenance program. And I had a scan 3 months later and they had shrank a little bit. And then I had a scan 3 months later again. So I'm still on the maintenance program. And then they were gone. And I was like, okay. And then 3 months after that, they were back. And nothing in my armpit, but still in my, well, the ones in my armpit have always kind of barely lit up. So we're not too worried about those. He actually sent me to a surgeon to take a look at those and, my scans to see what he thought about. Because my doctor was like, maybe we should remove those.
Yeah.
And the surgeon goes, I don't think that's cancer in there. I think they're just irritated. And he goes, and where they're located, he goes, they're the lymph nodes that are way in the back by your bones.
Okay.
And he's like, I think that we would do more damage trying to get those out. And then what if they're not? One, he
Right.
goes, and even if it is, he goes, it's quality, right? So he goes, even if it is cancer, I think that one, your immunotherapy will take care of it. Two, he goes, the damage that I'll do going in there and getting those isn't worth it. Like he said that I would definitely get lymphedema where my whole arm would swell.
Okay,
And then
so it's almost like a cost benefit analysis. The risk is
yeah,
not worth it. Yeah.
no, he's like, I don't, he goes, that doesn't seem to be your problem area. So,
And I might have missed this in the story, but did they ever trace the origin of this?
there's no,
Where the melanoma started, or I mean, could it start in the lymph node? I mean, is that a thing?
no, it cannot start in a lymph node. It starts on skin cells. So anything that's made up of skin cells
Okay.
or partial skin cells. So it could start in your eye socket. It could start in
Yeah.
your sinus cavities. It could start in your woohoo areas. It could start.
But you never had anything on the surface skin.
So I did. So when I forgot to tell you. So when I went to the dermatologist, he looked me over and he couldn't find anything. And I said, well, I do have this one little spot, which was on this arm. And I said, I don't know. I've had it for a year now. And as humans, we pick at crap. And
Oh yeah.
I was like, it looked like, and I do hair. So I thought it was like a hair sliver
Yeah.
or something. And so of course I picked it and nothing came out and it bled a little bit, but not really. And then it healed on the outside, right?
Oh.
The outside, but I could still see this reddish thing inside. And I was like, but it didn't bother me. So I didn't worry about it. Well, he goes, well, I don't think that's anything. And I'm like, well, can we just take it out just in case? Cause it is right there.
Yeah.
So he took it out, had a biopsy. It was called nodule, melanoma.
Okay.
But the cells that were in that are not the same. That's what I have. So
okay.
And he said the scary part is nodular or nodule melanoma is more fatal than what I have right now.
Wow.
And he said that if I wouldn't have said take that out, I would have I probably would have died like right away.
Okay.
Like within 6 weeks, or like it would have just gone took over.
Okay.
Because it grows. Well, most melanomas grow. Some grow out, but most grow in, like roots of a tree.
Oh, right.
Not like surface.
Yeah, that explains why.
You know how old people get those? I call them barnacles.
Yes.
Those are not melanoma. Those are like basal cell carcinoma, normal skin cancer.
Yes.
That can be just taken off and you're good.
Yeah.
And so anyway, the cells that were in my original cells that they had drained out of my weren't even the same. So it was interesting because I kept going, are you sure that this isn't like the culprit? And they got clear margins, so I should be done. But if that was the reason, so then I had so surgeon said, nope, we're not doing surgery. He goes, you can, we will. This is your journey. So I opted not to because he thought that it wouldn't be beneficial.
Right.
So I didn't do the surgery. And then, I did the maintenance program again and everything disappeared again. And then it was gone for like 3 months again. And then I had a scan and it was back. And that was 11 months ago.
Okay.
And it hasn't gone away. So, 3 months ago, let's see, end of January. Sorry. End of January. I was on Keytruda.
Okay.
And I was on that for 2 months and they did a scan. They wanted to switch it up because they're like, we need to try to do something different. So we did another different immunotherapy that I hadn't done before. And it was okay. I didn't have a ton of side effects, a lot of body aches, muscle aches, joint pain, little nausea, but nothing like, so I was on that for, I think 8 weeks. And then maybe a little longer, maybe 12 weeks. And then I just did a scan 3 weeks ago and maybe 4 weeks ago. And the lymph nodes weren't, I had 6 new ones and 4 of the old ones had grown. So he's like, okay, time to do a game changer, because with melanoma, what I have is 22% of people live past 5 years.
Okay.
And I am a near 4.
Yeah.
So, and it's showing its true colors right now, saying, need to I need to send my husband a message. Sorry.
Oh no, go
Um,
ahead. You're fine.
okay. Um, so he's like, we need to try to do something different. So now I'm on Mektovi, Mektovi.
Okay.
And it's another immunotherapy, and it's supposed to be a little more aggressive, not as aggressive as the stuff that I did in the first place,
Hmm.
but what I but it can be pretty aggressive so far. So I've had 2 treatments now, and then that's when I got my blood work after the first treatment before I did my second one. All my numbers looked really good. Um,
And how
so I'm
often
going
are the treatments? Every 2 or 3 weeks, or
every 2 weeks,
okay,
and then I'm having scans now every 6 weeks instead of 3 months.
okay,
So kind of just, yeah, half the time now. So, um, so I'll see in 3 weeks. I will have another scan and see how it's going. And then, yeah, we're going to go from there. And then if it's not, so we've paved couple more bridges, just to kind of give us a plan.
right.
If I, when my scan comes back, if things are staying the same or getting better, I'm going to continue. If they are getting worse, then we can take the Obdivo, which was the maintenance program, and add it to the Mektovi, and then that will be a doozy, he said, but we can try that. And if it's too makes me too sick or not doing anything, I want to go back to the Keytruda that I was on and just write it out.
So
Because
yeah,
I don't
maybe
want to be sick. I don't want to be sick.
I was super excited when you sent me that message last week or whatever that the blood
Mhm.
work was great, but you're
Yeah.
still going through this.
Oh yeah.
It's amazing that the blood work the test results came back like clear, I
So
guess,
um
but you're
melanoma doesn't show up in like a normal cancer blood test,
yeah,
there a melanoma doesn't show up in those. So it's a test called Signatera,
okay.
and it's just for melanoma. And so I should be getting the results back for that to see the markers on that and see if it's doing anything or not. So we'll go from there and see.
Through positive results. I
Yeah.
mean, wow, yeah.
Hmm.
What's the day to day? You mentioned at the beginning, you went to the salon, back to the salon.
So I'm in my old town because I live in Montana now,
Yeah.
and I lived in Washington. And so my daughter and her husband and son are at a stock show where they're showing their animals and
Yeah.
selling them.
Yeah.
And so they needed someone to watch their dogs.
Yes.
And so I said, sure, I'll do it. And then so I figured while I was here, I'd work at my old salon.
That's kind of cool. So
Yeah,
it was
so
almost like a drop in.
yeah, totally fun. I've been seeing all like so many of my old customers, and it's just been so exciting and to catch up and see everybody. And yeah,
Oh my gosh, that's freaking cool as shit, actually. Yeah.
yeah. So I'm like, heck,
Um,
I'm dog sitting and making money.
yeah, because you're not going to charge your kids for house
Right.
sitting and dog sitting, but
No,
oh my
yeah,
gosh,
yeah,
that's awesome.
yeah. So just so I feel good right now in the treatment I'm on. And I think out of the whole story of this junk I'm going through, I feel like this is, as long as I'm feeling good, I don't care where I'm at with it. Like,
Right.
because it is about quality. You never know when your last day is, no matter if you have an illness or not. So,
And wasn't it you were ramping up for your daughter's wedding the last time we chatted?
my son,
Your son's,
yes.
I'm sorry, but I knew
Yeah,
there was a
yeah,
wedding there. But I
yes.
saw
My
I saw
son
the
got
photos.
married. Yes,
Yes.
my son got married. It ended up being a beautiful day. And yes, they're happy. And hopefully in a couple of years, I'll get grandkids from them.
No
I
pressure.
have four. I have 4 grandbabies right now. So
And
they're moving right along.
is that the son is that who your house and dog sitting for now or your daughter?
No, I'm house sitting for my daughter. So I
Oh,
have
okay.
4 kids.
Okay.
I have 4. My oldest will be 32, and he lives in Davenport, Washington. And
Okay.
he's married and has a 1.5-year-old daughter. Then I have a son who's going to be, or just turned 29. And he has the twins that are 3.
Mm-hmm.
And then my son William just got married and they don't have any kids. And then my daughter Savannah, she's 21 and has a 7-month-old.
That's funny.
So
Yeah, your oldest you said is 32.
he'll be 32 in November. Yeah.
Yeah, so we because I only have the one daughter, she's
Uh-huh.
34. So yeah, we
Mhm.
started we both started with our first child very young. I was
Yes.
19, you must have been 21.
Yeah. Just turned 22. Yeah.
Oh, yes. Oh my
Yeah.
gosh. That's
Yeah.
hilarious.
I know. I know.
Kids are the
And then
best, right?
my last two, I was 32 and 33. And I recommend that. Cause gosh, I mean, as much as I love having all my kids now, and I love being a young mom, but when I was 33 years old and everybody left the house and it was just me and a baby, I'm like, this is so nice. I was just more
Yes,
mature, more relaxed. Yeah.
and actually, from a male perspective, because you'll probably agree with this, especially with the, I say this with love, but we went to high school with the same people. Guys are dumb. So I looking back, I would have been a much better father at 32 than I was at 19. Just
Oh
with,
yeah.
some life experience and you gain some wisdom. Um, I mean,
Patience.
yeah, yeah, yes, keyword. Yeah.
Mhm.
I really love the fact that my daughter is only, 20 years younger than me. So we're gonna have most of both of our lives together. But,
Yes.
and I do have tons of regrets and it's why I'm in therapy. Like I could have been such a better dad when she was in her
Hmm.
formative years. Um,
Hmm.
but so yeah, that I kind of keyed on when you said I highly recommend having kids at 32.
Yes. Yes. And none of my kids have waited. Well, my oldest one, he's like I said, he's only got a 1.5 year old and he's going to be 32. So she'll be 2 so he was 30 and I'm just like so I'm so
It's
glad that
it's
you waited.
perfect.
It
Yes.
really is. It really is.
Well, it also gives you a chance, to kind of establish yourself, find your career, find out where you want to, set your roots. You're more stable at 32 than you are at 21 or 22. So,
Well, and I just feel like I missed out on sitting around a fire and not having to worry about a diaper change or
yeah,
or I got to go home because I got a kid or I'm like I just tell the ones that don't have my son, he's 22 and his wife is 23. And I'm like seriously wait is like I'm go camping, do the things, go travel, whatever. I go you only have to worry about your bag. Like it's don't even I'm like condo, flower pot, goldfish. I'm like, that's
yes,
what you need. Like,
yes,
don't the rest of
agreed.
it's overrated. Yard work? What? No, like, I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I forgot. We are on. I'll raise the camera just so you can see. Their house overlooks Vancouver Lake, but it also is next to a gosh damn railroad. Clearly, that's why I kept muting it, but you
Oh,
can
yeah. Oh,
kind
beautiful.
of, yeah. So,
That's cool.
and they are really, really. Let me put the camera back here. Yeah, they're really, really good people. And they it was kind of a last minute thing. Krista was supposed to have a girls' night with the girlfriends, and then they just ended up deciding to just all come here. And April brought her husband, so I was like, oh, I guess we're hanging out at David and Michelle's house, which is amazing.
Nice.
But I definitely wanted to do this.
Yeah. I
Remind me of your husband's name.
Joe. So we're Joseph and Mary. That's kind of a joke that we have. And
I
the kids aren't his. No, he's a stepdad. So yeah, it's always our joke. And I'm
oh
like, and no, we didn't have a child because I would have said Jesus. I would have been no. But yeah, so we've been together. We got married in 2007. And yeah, he's super wonderful. He's like definitely the light at the end of the tunnel for me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I do remember you on that last video call we did a few months ago. Yeah, you kind of raved about him.
Yeah. So I want him to watch this. No, no. He's really, really good. He has been the best stepdad and the best husband and hard worker. And I mean, I have a drawer full of t-shirts of experiences in my life, and he's definitely a keeper.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's awesome. So
Oh my
yeah,
God.
he's working super hard all the time.
And I can't
Definitely
remember
provides.
what I can't remember what he does for work.
He does like HVAC and refrigeration.
Okay, got it.
Yeah. Yeah. So he's
And
that's what he's doing.
so I'm sorry, you guys are in Montana now.
Yes.
What city?
It's called Superior. So it's
What's it
before
close to?
Missoula. It's about an hour from Missoula.
Going east or
So if you from Idaho, you go through Idaho and then the Panhandle, and then you go into Missoula or into Montana,
yeah,
and we're about an hour in Montana, but we
before
are
you get to Missoula or
yes,
after? Oh, before. Okay, got it.
yeah,
So a little bit,
hmm
just a little bit west of Missoula.
yes. I need to do something real quick here. Hold
Yeah,
on.
go.
I'm like, I hope I don't lose you here. I just have to um see. Sorry.
Oh, you're fine. It'll come back, I'm sure.
Let's see. There we are. Yeah, over there.
There you
Okay.
go. Wow, look, you're
Good.
so tech savvy. You just figured that out.
Getting there. Don't close the screen. Do not swipe the app out.
Oh my
But
gosh.
yeah, so we love it there. Um, we have lived there. We bought that place. So we bought that in November of 21 before I found out I had cancer.
Hmm.
Um, it's an RV resort,
Oh,
and
that's right. Okay. It's coming
yeah,
back to me now.
so we live in a tiny home, park model home, so
Yep.
399 square feet.
Perfect.
Yeah, it really is actually. All my kids think I'm crazy, but I'm like condo, flower pot, go fish. No. Um, um, so yeah, so we bought that place, and then we had our home in Washington, and then I got sick, and then it was like, now what do we do? We just added more bills. And
Oh,
now doctor bills, right? And now
yeah.
I'm not working and I got sick. And yeah, so we ended up last September closed on our house in Washington and sold that and became debt free. And
Isn't that amazing? Like it's
I
like
feel
a
like I
weight
won the
lifted.
lotto.
Yeah, yeah,
I'm
yes.
like, I don't have a house payment, a car payment,
Yeah.
nothing. It's like my husband says,
I
I
get to
use the
keep
credit card. And I
and we
said,
get
don't.
you,
I go ahead.
Joe gets to keep whatever paycheck, you get to keep whatever like wow, I don't have all these monthly payments.
No, it was disgusting. I mean, between doctor bills and our bills, it was over 6,000 a month
Yeah.
that we were paying out.
Yep.
And I'm just like, I mean, yeah, we were barely floating. And, I'm like, just need to sell the house. And I'm really at the point where I don't care what we get for it. Not, I mean, I do, but I go, we need to pay off everything
Yeah.
because the interest rates and the headache and the stress and all the things. I'm like, I would rather lose 20,000 on the house than 6,000 a month.
Yeah, keep having this debt. Yes.
I'm like, yeah. So we sold the house. We got not as much as we wanted, but we got enough. And yeah, so it's just so amazing now.
Yeah, it's kind of
So
funny when you are able to eliminate all that debt, and you also it was probably by necessity, but when you simplify your life, you know,
yep.
I think
So
a tiny home could be amazing. I mean,
it
literally.
is super cool. You guys should come and stay with us for a weekend or something.
Well, yeah, because you probably, I don't know if you remember, but Krista is from Bozeman, Montana, and
Okay.
she went to college in oh gosh, from Billings. So she's from
Okay.
grew up and went to school in Bozeman, but then she went to college in Billings.
Okay.
And her has family there. Yeah, so
Mhm.
there is totally a reason for us to come to Montana, I think is what I'm
Yeah.
trying to say.
Yeah, no, it's super cool. Yeah, it's a small home. It's 11 by 39. We do have a loft that's like 120 square feet, but you can't stand in it. It's a short loft, but it's got two beds up there and a TV, and the kids' toys to play. And
But
so
you're
we
in
do have a guest
Montana. I
room.
mean, you're in Montana. It's about the outdoors.
And then my kids came and helped my husband build a deck that's the same size as our home.
Oh, that's
So
awesome.
yeah, so I have a little sitting area and a little dining room area out there. And then we have a shed. They call it a shed because it's an RV resort, things have to be movable. So
Oh,
it's on skids, even
got it.
though you're not picking it up. But
Right.
we built a half bath laundry room. And then
Oh.
so we have that out there and like a pantry area. And then my husband has a shop area, little garage.
Oh, wow. Nice.
So yeah. And then we have a side by side that is our extra vehicle. So
Yeah.
I drive side by side to work. And then the weekend after Mother's Day, my children are coming and we're going to do some landscaping. And then later this summer, we are going. Everybody's trying to get a hold of me tonight. So then what was I going to say? Oh, so then later this summer, we're going to build an outdoor kitchen. We
Oh,
already have the
gosh.
slab poured and everything. So yeah, we're going to build a gazebo that matches our porch and put a fridge and all the cooking stuff out there.
And
And
then
yeah,
the town you're actually in, what's the population? How big is it?
850
So,
ish.
and are you, it's a small town, obviously, probably like one stoplight, but are you you're in town proper, like you're that close? You can just ride the side by side wherever you want to go, or
We are 4 miles out of town. So
oh, okay. So you're a little bit out on some
but
property,
yep,
obviously.
yep, yep. Yeah. And so our lot is a half acre.
Oh,
So,
nice.
yeah, so it's like, it's small, but it's big enough.
I mean, a half acre is not bad. You don't have people like right next to you. In other words, you have a little
We
bit of
do
space.
have our lots are long and
Oh,
narrow.
okay.
I mean, not super narrow. It's like two city lots.
Okay. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I mean, it's nice. It's nice. Um, both our neighbors have travel trailers, so they're only there for like 6 months out of the year,
Oh,
maybe.
nice.
They come and go.
Yeah, yeah.
So super nice people. And yeah, so we just love it there. Absolutely love it. And I do hair there at a salon.
Hmm.
Um, and just very part-time as I'm going through all my junk.
Right.
But
But
yeah,
you've kind of built up you have a little bit of a client base.
yes, they're all coming back because they're all snowbirds.
Oh, that's
When
right.
we
So
moved there, I am the youngest one. And so I'm like, I can play bingo. They play, okay, I tell you, old people are just as cool, but they do everything, by five. But
yes.
they have fireball bingo on Friday nights, homemade fireball.
When
And
you say fireball, are we talking about the
like,
liquor?
uh-huh.
But they make their own cinnamon
Yeah.
whiskey. Oh, that's
Yeah.
funny. Like cinnamon
Yeah.
moonshine, basically.
Yes. Yes. And so they play fireball bingo. So if you get a bingo, you get a shot.
I mean, why wouldn't
And
you?
right. And then I play pickleball. So
Oh, you got
that's
caught
what
up
we
in
try.
that. That
That's
is so
okay.
funny. Like the pickleball rage is real. It's happened in the last year or so. Like so many of my coworkers, and I'm like, no, I'm good. I'm
It,
old. I would hurt myself if I did that.
you know what? I didn't play for the first year because I was like, I'm thinking tennis. I'm
Yeah.
thinking ping pong. I'm thinking, oh my gosh, got to move super fast.
Yeah.
Sometimes you do, but it's very low impact. You're playing with a wiffle ball.
So it's approachable for old people like us.
Totally. And I am not competitive. So I am like, what's the score?
You're just enjoying it.
Can you? I am. I am out there having fun and moving and yeah. So
Oh
I
my
do
gosh.
that and yeah, so we love it there. Absolutely love it. And then I am the farthest away for my kids is like 2 hours and 45 minutes.
Okay.
So I drive in the morning and then I drive home at night. Like I can go hang out with them all day. So
That's a
or
gift.
I spend the weekend or they're close enough and far enough. So
That is such a gift. Oh my gosh. That's awesome.
mhm. Yeah, so I feel really blessed about that. So
I we've gone almost an hour and it felt like it was 15 minutes.
I know.
So we can wrap it up. But oh my gosh, Mary,
Okay.
I want to keep, we don't have to record everyone, but I want to stay in
Yeah.
touch with you.
Yeah, for sure.
Definitely. And
For
at
sure.
some point on one of these video calls, I would like to meet your husband.
Yes, for
So
sure.
let's make that happen. I would like to
Yes,
say
for
hi to
sure.
him.
Okay, that would be awesome.
So I'm going to stop the recording and then we can do a proper goodbye. Let's see how,
Okay.
if I remember, I'm old if I remember how to do this. There we go. Mary, again, thank you.
Yes.
I'm actually really
That was
excited to
great.
share this with, God,
Yeah.
obviously
Yeah.
my friends, but the people we went to high school with. So,
Yeah.
um,
I was going to ask you.
stopping.
So I watched your video and you were at the winery.
Oh, yeah, yeah, with me and Krista.
No.
Or, I'm sorry, with Tony Gonzalez.
I was trying to go. I was like, because you just said Tony, you didn't say Gonzalez.
Yeah, Tony
Okay. And then
Gonzalez.
who's his wife?
Um, uh,
Amy?
oh God, Susie.
Susie
Susie
who?
that got pregnant by him when we were in high school. I'm blanking on what her last name used to be.
Yeah, I don't.
Tall, slim, blonde girl. But yeah, they got together in high school. She got pregnant and
Yeah.
kept going to school. Susie,
Hmm.
God, I'm blanking on her last name, her maiden last name.
Yeah, I
But
don't
yeah,
know.
they have been together since high school, and that was at Darren Ingram's winery.
Okay.
They're good friends.
Yeah.
And were in a band together, and they still play.
Yeah, I was watching that video and I'm like, who is this? Who is this?
Yes,
And
yes.
yeah, okay, that's cool.
It was so random because I've been going to Darren's winery for a long time, and then he was the one that
Mhm.
suggested when he found out I had a podcast that I should have Tony on it. He's like he'd be a great conversation, and it turned out great. Again, I
Yeah.
hadn't seen Tony since high school. Um, it was really freaking cool. Yeah.
Yeah. No, that's awesome. I really liked that video too. That was good. So
Well,
I
thank
really
you for
liked his
that.
positive output. He had a lot of nice
Yes.
my
Just a
son
really
keeps
good
calling.
guy. And oh my gosh, thank you for being, my third listener. I have my cousin Teresa and my good friend Gwen. I always make a joke. I have two listeners and nobody else sees this stupid podcast, but now I can say that I have three. Thank you, Mary.
Yes, for sure. No, I think they're great.
All
I
right,
think
I
they're
will
great.
hit stop.